Hey everybody, Mo Hunt Silver. I'm back with another box of quarters to hunt, and I opened it up to make sure it was circulated, and it sure is. So it actually looks like a decent mix too. Kind of hopeful for this box. Maybe it'll produce something good. So we'll be looking for silver, W's, any errors, varieties, proofs, or anything else that looks cool. And yeah, we'll get into this box in just a minute. But first, I'd also like to thank all my new subscribers. Appreciate it very much. Helps grow the channel, and that's what we want to do. We want to try to grow this channel, and yeah, if we can get somewhere with it, make it a decent size and get a bunch of subs here going, that would be great. So, again, I thank you guys very much, and we're going to keep trying to do what we do. So we'll get into this box, and I will start, I guess, with this roll right here. And yeah, so I'll get into it, and we'll see if we have anything. And if not, I'll be back as soon as I do. Well, all right. Roll number 9 of the box here is finally going to give us a find for the box. And look at that. We got a W mint mark and a V75 on the left side here. Tilt it around so you can see it. I'll bring it a little closer. Hopefully the camera will focus. There we go. But yeah, and we're going to give it a flip and see what the reverse side looks like. It's not in that bad a shape either. So, what do we got? Oh, nice. It's the Marsh Billings. That is the actually the highest valued of the 2020 W's. The American Memorial Park is the highest valued for the 2019 W quarters, and that's awesome. I'll definitely take that. Let's hope there's more in here. All right, next find after the W in roll number 9 is going to be out of roll number 20, and I'm about halfway through it because there's the other half, and I have a Maya Angelou under the scope. I'll bring you up to it. Check it out. It's not in near as good a shape as the other two that I found, but we have another doubled earring. It's the VDDR 001. So, cool. That makes number 3 of these that I have now. Awesome. All right, first half of roll number 24. Let's see. I came across this Cumberland Island quarter here, the 2018. That's the reverse of it. But as you can see down on the bottom side under the DOL of dollar, we have a small rim cud on this quarter. It's a little bit thicker. If my camera, there we go. Camera will focus on it. You can see it. It is a little bit thicker. It's a raised area. I have found a few of these over the past few years of all different progressions. I mean, I have one that goes all the way from the middle of quarter almost up to America on the right side. And this is actually like the smallest of them all. But pretty cool. Another small rim cud. I'll take it. And roll number 26. Check it out, guys. We have yet another Cumberland Island 2018. And look at the rim cut on this one. It goes from right in between $quarter up to the bottom of In God We Trust right there. That's all a raised area right there on that spot. It's got a slightly thicker rim right there on that end, on that side. So that's one of the bigger ones. They get even bigger than that. Maybe we'll find one. Let's hope we do. First half of roll number 28. And look how shiny this thing is. But look at that. We have a business strike San Francisco mint mark on this quarter. And yeah, it's in pretty good shape. I did see it with the San Francisco mint mark, so it's a Fort McHenry. That's the first we've seen of that. And I don't think I've ever found one of these before. I know the San Francisco business strikes are lower minted than the W quarters even. And they don't get much, I guess, much love from the coin collecting community. But if we look in the red book, Fort McHenry, business strike, is 1.3 million. So I'll definitely take that. That's pretty cool. All right, I'm back at roll number 38. This is 10 rolls after we found that San Francisco NIFC Fort McHenry quarter. A few rolls ago, I did find this here 2005 Kansas. There we go. You can see the reverse side. Kansas, but put it under the scope. It wasn't too significant, but I'll show it to you guys now here. You can see it's an ungodly rust. You can just see that T a little bit there. So that is pretty common on these quarters, and most of the time when you do find them, they're not in great shape. So I usually don't hold on to them or film them. But the reason why I bring you in is because I already saw it, because I had to flip it over to see what it was. But we have another Marsh Billings W quarter right there. That is the second Marsh Billings W for this box. And I'll just put this one under the scope so we can see the V75 right there and the West Point mint mark right there. This one is a little bit more circulated than the last one, but hey, it's a W. It's in decent shape, and I will take it. Awesome. Let's see what else we can find. Well, unfortunately, we're back. The box is hunted, all 50 rolls, and we didn't find anything else. But we got to be happy with what we got here. I know I am. So I'll just start with a quick review of this one. But we got this, is that S-minted NIFC quarter here, Fort McHenry, 2013. Pretty cool. Only 1.3 million of those minted. Very hard to find, and really not supposed to be in circulation, but sometimes they get out there. And then we ended up finding 2 W quarters here. You can see both of them. The top one is actually in better shape. That's why it's a little more reflective on the light. But very happy to say they are both the same design, the Marsh Billings. And that is actually the higher valued West Point quarter for 2020. So that's pretty cool. And that actually gives me 10 for my collection now of those all together. It's actually the highest one that I have of all the designs out of 2019 and 2020. So, pretty cool. Happy with those. Then we got 2 rim cuds here, sorry. 2 rim cuds, and one's a little bit bigger than the other. You can see one, the top one there is just very small at the bottom. Under DOL $1. And they are both the same design right here. The Cumberland Island. I live in Eastern PA, and I seem to find a bunch of these around here in different progressions, because now I have at least 12.5 of these, maybe more, and all different sizes, from very small like the top one to even bigger than the bottom one here. So it's pretty cool. Always take more of those. And then we found a Maya Angelou doubled earring, which I will throw under the scope again for you real quick. And right there you can see that doubled earring again. Pretty neat. And that actually makes number 3 of this that I have now, that I found in roll hunting. So, pretty cool. And then we just have that Kansas and Godly Rust, which the T is very faint there. You can see it here on the camera. But overall, not a bad box. We just didn't find a whole lot. No silver, no proofs, unfortunately, but I'll add one more box to this video, and maybe we'll find silver in that one. I'll see you guys when I got it. Alright, well guys, I'm back, and I do have another circulated box of quarters to hunt here. I already did an ender search on them to see if there was anything neat or anything like that, you know, those kind of things, but didn't find anything. We do have a pretty good mix. Didn't see very many brand new ones, except for maybe like that guy right there. Might be like 1 or 2 more on the other side, because I did check, like I said, the ends. And that's about it, but I won't hold this up anymore. I'll get this box slid to the side and pull roll number 1 out and see what we can find. Alright guys, well, it didn't take long to get a find. We're only on roll number 2, And look what was 4 coins from the end of the roll. We got a W. And it's a 2020 because it's got the V75 right there. You can see. So we'll flip it over and see what design it is. Oh, if I can. Here we go. And we got a tall grass prairie. Not bad. I'll definitely take it. Just finished roll number 5. And look at the size of the die chip on this women's quarter here. The American Women's Series. It is a Sally Ride. But man, look at the size of that. I'm going to put it under the microscope and show you guys how big this thing is. Check that out. As soon as I focus here, look how big that is. It almost takes up the entire mouth. I think that's one of the biggest I've ever found so far. Crazy. Number 6, guys. Check this out. This is the second one of these I've ever found. And we got the, I'd say the medium-sized progression of the crown die chip on the front side of the hat here on Washington. That is pretty cool. And I'll just bring it out here so you guys can see it. Let me turn my light around so it's not blaring down on it. And you can see it even pretty well like this. And this quarter is actually in really good shape too on both sides. A little bit of chatter on Washington's cheek right there, but other than that, that is definitely going to be getting flipped up. Beautiful. Maybe we can find more. I'm back here. I just finished roll number 22, and I have another Washington crossing the Delaware under the scope here. I originally saw the die chip on it, so I wanted to put it under the scope and take a closer look at it. And upon that, I found it also has a very strong die clash right there. And I did some research on eBay, and everything I can find of this die clash, none of them have the die chip on the top of the hat there. But those examples that I did find are going for anywhere between like $5 to about $20, ranging on condition. And this one is actually not too bad if my camera will focus. There we go. It's in pretty good shape. I mean, and you can see both the die clash and the die chip there without even putting it under the scope. So, definitely going to keep that one. Very cool. We're a little more than halfway through roll number 29 now of this box. There's the rolls I have left. And I came up to this Weir farm here. It has kind of a different look to it, I'd say, than your normal like Philadelphia or Denver mint. And I turned it over, and sure enough, look at that, guys. We got another W. It's not in the greatest shape, but it's definitely a W, V75. Weir farm. And I will take it. Awesome. So that's 2 W's for this box so far. I'm hoping we can find some silver. That would be good. Alright guys, I'm up to roll number 38 right now and haven't found anything else since. And pulled this here token out of the roll. Not sure what it's to. And a arrow. I don't know what that is. Or what it could be. But alright, we'll move on. See if we can find anything else in this box. Still hoping for silver. That's gonna do it, guys. That box is completely hunted, and we did not find anything else since the Andamero token. So we'll just get into a wrap up, and gonna say got 2 more W's. Pretty happy about that. Both being 2020 with the V75, and we got a Weir farm and a tall grass prairie. The tall grass is definitely in better shape. So, but still pretty happy about both of those. And then we got one of the small crown die chips on the Washington crossing the Delaware right there. You can see that pretty well. It's actually the second one of those that I found. I haven't come across any of the big ones yet that go up into the E pluribus there at all. Still waiting to find one of those. That'd be pretty awesome. And then we did get another die chip here on Washington's hat towards the back. Plus, there we go. If I angled the camera right in front of Washington's face, you can see it has the die clash as well. And that's first one of those I've ever found with the die clash and a chip, so that's pretty cool. And then you can see the big drooling George die chip right there. That's one of the biggest ones of those I've ever found, and that's on a Sally Ride, so that's pretty cool. Put that in a flip and put it to the side, and then we got the token. So, not too bad for box number 2. Wish we would have found some silver, but we got some W's and we got some die chips. Can't complain about that. And I'll add in our finds from box number 1 here for this 2-box hunt. So we did get 4 W's altogether. Box number 1 had the 2 Marsh Billings in it. So 4 W's altogether. That'll actually put me at 38 W's that I found so far since they've come out. So be nice to get up to at least 50, maybe more. That's the goal. And we also got a Maya Angelou right there, the doubled earring, the VDDR01. That's the 3rd one of those I found. And then we got 2, if you guys can see them here, of the rim die cuds on the Cumberland Island quarters. That's a small one right there under DOL for $1. I've actually found quite a few of those, all different progressions, from that small right there to the to even bigger than this. I mean, it comes to like in between the A and the R of quarter, almost up to about up to where we is on In God We Trust. So I've found a bunch of those throughout the years since those have been out in 2018. And then we also did get, if the camera wants to focus, right there, an NIFC, the San Francisco minted Fort McHenry. So pretty happy. You know, pretty good for a 2-box hunt. Just wish we would have found some silver. But what can you say? That's coin roll hunting. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I know my videos can be kind of lengthy sometimes, but I try as best I can to keep them as short as I can, but it doesn't always work. So, but we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.